business is I will look for nominations for a head moderator for this evening.
I move the name of Ed Musk as moderator.
Second.
Second. Do I have any other nominations for moderator? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So moved.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Congratulations, Ed.
Okay, so we'll have the town clerk read the call.
Legal notice town meeting. Electors and citizens qualified to vote in town meetings are hereby notified that a special town meeting of the town of Stafford will be held in the Warren Memorial Town Hall Veterans Meeting Room, Stafford Springs, Connecticut, on Thursday, December 11th, 2014, at 6 p.m. for the following purposes to wit. 1. To approve entering into a lease purchase in the amount of $119,982.64 for a new cab and chassis for ambulance 647 and appropriate $24,999.37 from the general fund cash balance for the first installment on the lease as recommended by the Board of Finance at their December 1st, 2014 meeting. 2. To appoint Linda Callahan to the Stafford Public Library Board, term to expire November 30th, 2017. 3. To do any other business proper to come before said meeting. Dated in Stafford, Connecticut, this 3rd day of December 2014, Richard Shuck, Deirdre and Knowlton, Neil A. Haas, Board of Selectmen. As published in the Journal Enquirer, December 5th, 2014, and posted in the town clerk's office, December 4th, 2014.
Okay, is there a motion on item number 1 on the agenda?
Make the motion.
I move the town of Stafford approve entering into a lease purchase in the amount of $119,982.64 for a new cab and chassis for ambulance 647 and appropriate $24,999.37 from the general fund cash balance for the first installment of the lease as recommended by the Board of Finance at the December 1st, 2014 meeting.
Okay, is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Second.
All right, any discussion of that? Anyone want to say anything?
Anybody have any questions?
I'll just explain a little bit. It's actually, the first payment's gonna be a little less than that, $29,999. It's $24,574.68. So it's gonna be a little bit less. And the money that's being transferred from the general fund is actually money that is in the general fund, which was excess revenue from the Ambulance Association from last year. So it's not increased tax burden.
Any further discussion? No, I'll call for a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Okay, the motion carries. Item number 1 on the agenda is approved. Do I hear a motion on item number 2 on the agenda?
I move the town of Stafford appoint Linda Callahan to the Stafford Public Library Board, term to expire 11/30/2017.
Is there a second? Any discussion on that? All right, then I'll call for a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Okay, the motion is approved. Item number 2 on the agenda is approved. And that concludes the items on the agenda. So, someone like a motion to make a motion to adjourn?
Motion adjourned.
Is there a second? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, meeting stands adjourned.
What do we do
Yeah.
for now?
What's the time on that?
Why, you got another meeting?
6:04.
6:04. I like that one. Wow.
To order. First order of business is approve the minutes of November 13th, 2014.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes from November 13th, 2014.
Second that.
Okay, the next order of business is appointments, but I would like The board can entertain a motion to move informational items.
I will make a motion to move information items next on the agenda.
Mr. Milanovich is here. I wanted him to give you an update on where we are with the utility expansion project, our dealings with Northeast Utilities, Johnson Memorial Hospital, and all of the other entities. You got the floor.
We've completed a package that I'm gonna present to Johnson on Tuesday. We've organized the budget in such a way that I can rationally discuss the contributions that we're gonna ask each of the major players to come up with, and show them how the budget was assembled and how it was proportioned out. So we've got the first pass at it. This is our first attempt, and probably our only attempt, to elicit their support in the process. We need them all to agree, and we need them all to sign on the dotted line, so to speak, hypothetically, before we bring it to the board. I don't want to have I don't want to bring you an unbaked loaf of bread. So that process starts next week. We've got the route figured out, we've got the volumes figured out, we've got a pretty good handle on the estimates, doing some preliminary design framing, but we need their agreement on an order of magnitude and how to deal with it. We've got a meeting next Thursday with the bond council to give us the specifics of how we can structure this and what we can expect. This is a hybrid financial animal, so we're going to need some good advice on what to do with it. That's pretty much where we're at. I'm very optimistic though.
Because the project is a public-private type partnership, it may not be eligible for tax-exempt bonds, how the town normally funds projects.
Yeah, we've created a weird animal. But, I don't really care. If it works, it works. If we can just get, the green-eyed shade people to show us how to get it done, this will work.
Matt Ritter at Shipman and Goodwin he's currently negotiating or drafting with Yankee Gas a non-binding letter of intent for me to sign for Northeast Utilities. Northeast Utilities to move forward with the project needs to allocate their tax credits for next year. We're coming up to the end of the year, so they need to know what projects they're going to allocate those tax credits towards.
Yeah, we've been working on a PDA since October, trying to hammer out the details of what amounts to a three-phase process. And the PDA is for the first phase, laying out plans for the second and third, which is design, development, mobilization, and construction. And we're going to take them, step at a time, but we're close with the PDA, but the letter of intent will give us a little breathing room, so we're not scrambling here at New Year's Eve, trying to get something signed.
Tuesday, Johnson, is
Yeah.
that the first one you wanna talk to, or are there a whole bunch more, is that how it
So
starts?
I got Johnson, Big Y, TTM, 3M, and American Wool.
Johnson's number one on the list too?
Yeah.
Just get them right on the list.
Yeah. We'll talk to them first. They're gonna bring the representatives from St. Francis down. And, we'll sit down and, I'll lay out the whole plan. There's some fine line details to be done with, but this begs the big question, how much? Everybody's gonna ask the same question, and I only get a chance to tell them a number once. Cause that's the one I have to live with. I can live with this one.
Well, good work and good luck,
Thank you.
if luck is needed, but I've seen you work, so,
Luck is
You
always
always do.
That's great.
Can I ask Dennis a quick question?
Yeah, shoot,
St. Francis, they're a crucial player in this.
yes.
I didn't know what the relationship with the Johnson is.
Johnson owns them, or St. Francis bought Johnson about a year or two ago.
They really do own them now. Okay.
As far as we know, yeah.
Okay.
The guy who's president, he used to be one of the board members or one of the officers over at St. Francis. He moved, Stu Rosenberg moved from there.
So you're really selling St. Francis more than the old Johnson people then,
Yes,
for this?
yes. And, you know, they have a pretty good handle on what they've got. Although they're short-staffed, that's obvious.
Thank you.
I can tell you this, the aggregate total that we're discussing is a $40 million project.
Any more questions?
I think we're in good hands.
As things move along, we'll keep you updated. And once we get everything closer to finalized, then we can, start doing public outreach and,
Well, if they don't throw me out of their offices, then we should be okay.
very good.
Appointments.
Okay, next order of business is appointments.
I'll make a motion to appoint Samuel Adderstein to the pension committee to fill Jerry Delmonico's term for business manager, or as it expires 9/30/2018. I'll also appoint for the DM and Lake Management Advisory Committee, Dennis Hogan, for the term to expire 10/15/2016, and Jared Mayvale with the same expiration, 10/15/2016. And then I'll do the other two after.
I'll second those.
Any discussion?
No.
All in favor? Aye.
And would like to appoint George Melnick to the library, the Stafford Public Library Board to expire 11/30/2016. Cheryl Wilson Maynard to the Hyde Park Commission, expire 3/23/18, and also I'd like to make a motion because this has to go to a town meeting.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Should I skip 4, because that won't be going until the 8th.
No. This was here.
I will put it on, it should have been on for January, no.
Okay, next order of business is award the bid for Highland Terrace sidewalk projects. And that was skipping number 4, the WPCF. Mr. Hartenstein isn't here this evening. We put the Highland Terrace sidewalk project out for bid. We had 4 contractors. 5 contractors, we had 5 contractors pick up packages. McKinney Construction of Stafford, A. Martin and Son Construction of Ludlow, Mass. The Roach Builders, Avery Construction of Summers, and
I'm not
Just-
sure what that
it's a
says. ISQFT plan room?
Square Foot Plan,
Oh.
the bottom of that.
Yeah, they're just a company, they asked for the plans and they distribute them out to
Okay.
different
So
organizations.
then we had 4 companies physically come and get plans. The only 2 that submitted plans was A. Martin and Sons out of Ludlow, Mass, and Avery Construction out of Summers. A. Martin and Sons was $147,740, and Avery Construction was $324,959.
Isn't that crazy?
We had put this out last year for bid, and we didn't end up doing the project, so we rebid it. The $147,740 is the proper, that was right in the ballpark, within a couple $1,000 $100,000 of the two from last year that had bid. The 324 is
Crazy.
way out of line. Normally you would ask, well, what's the discrepancy there? But last year we had two bids that were within a couple thousand of the 147,000. So that is the right. And Mr. Zulik did follow up with all the references.
So I was gonna ask, is he happy with
Town of
this one?
Vernon uses them quite a bit, and they're very happy with their work.
I will make a motion to award the bid to A. Martinson and Sons Construction for the Highland Terrace sidewalk project.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion?
No,
All in favor?
aye.
Next order is Emergency Management Performance Grant Fiscal Year 14-15 Certified Resolution. This is the resolution that allows me as the first selectman to execute the documents with the state for this grant.
Want to read the resolution, or I'll just make a motion? Not really, I look like
I
glasses
think
on my
Neil
tie.
should read it. It's either
Yes.
Yes.
Item number 6, resolved that the Board of Selectmen may enter into with and deliver to the State of Connecticut Department of Emergency Management and Homeland Security any and all documents which it deems to be necessary or appropriate. And further resolved that Richard Schuck, as first selectman of the Town of Stafford, is authorized and directed to execute and deliver any and all documents on behalf of the Town of Stafford, and to do and perform all acts and things which he deems to be necessary or appropriate, to carry out the terms of such documents, including but not limited to executing and delivering all agreements and documents contemplated by such documents.
Mhm.
Need a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept it.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, next order is the award the bid for automatic delivery of propane. We put propane out for bid. I have a letter here from Bruce Davis. Attached to the proposals for the RFP 14-10 automatic delivery of propane. It is my recommendation that we accept Superior Energy LLC proposal of 14.9 cents over the supply price for a period of 1 year. I also recommend that we decline alternate 1 and alternate 2 at this time. With the town looking at running natural gas lines, that may leave us with some equipment to use at other facilities. Item 1, which Bruce is recommending, is for automatic delivery at the Stafford Water Pollution Control Facility, Transfer Station, and the Stafford Police Station. And then declining alternate 1 and 2, which is for installing tanks at 2 locations, the Stafford Community Center and the old VA Museo Town Hall. And bid alternate 2 was for automatic delivery at the community center and the town hall. So he's recommending we stay with Mako propane for those facilities and go with Superior for the first part of the bid.
Can you go through that again? He is recommending Mako?
He's recommending that we go on this second page from Superior Energy. It actually makes it, spells it out a little bit better. The bid was for automatic delivery to the Stafford Water Pollution Control Facility, the Stafford Transfer Station. It's this top one. And the Stafford Police Station. Alternate 1 and 2 was for changing the tanks at the community center and the old Museo Town Hall. And alternate 2 was for delivery to those 2 locations. So Bruce is recommending that we decline alternate 1 and 2, and we just go with the original bid for him to deliver propane to the WPCA, the transfer station, and the police
For
station.
alternate 2, Michael's already delivering there, so they're not changing anything.
Right. He's recommending we stay with what we have.
Is Superior different than Mako?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Superior propane.
One more
Superior.
time, this letter says
Superior's
he's
doing,
recommending we take Superior.
Well, and we don't do the 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 is we already have Mako services. So that just stays the same when we're changing.
In here it says, In here it says, I also recommend that we decline alternate 1 and 2 at this time.
Right.
The cost of changing the tanks out and the difference in the gas prices wasn't cost effective to make that change.
No, and, right.
So Maco's 10 cents over the cost, and Superior's 14 cents over?
Well, Marco's,
3 cents.
and it's not always comparing apples to apples, it's apples to oranges. Superior is 14.9 cents over the Selrick, which is, as of 11/24/14, $1.29.3. Superior buys, Marco is selling to us at 10% over his cost, but his cost is more expensive than
Right.
Superior's cost. So it works out that Superior's price is ultimately lower.
I'll make a motion to accept the bid for the automatic delivery for Superior Energy Propane, and then to continue with the services for Mako Propane.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next order of business is approved the transfer for the Arts Commission grant.
I'll make a motion to approve a transfer of $1,753.61 from the general fund cash balance arts grant received to the Arts Commission budget line item 20-450-846. And it's nice big print, it's like
Yeah.
16 font, so I can read it.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
I'll make a motion to approve a transfer of $10,000 from the general fund cash balance Friends of Hyde Park grant received to Hyde Park Commission Fund 45.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Any
Aye.
discussion, sir?
Yes, I would just like to bring up, Georgia did not attend tonight, which was a big part of us putting this together and getting it, Georgia. And I just wanted to recognize her past contributions to the Arts Commission and helped me get on board for that grant.
Awesome.
Very good. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Public comment. Mr. Richards?
I just have a couple of items. One, with respect to the project of the utilities going up through the corridor, I would hope that St. Francis would do anything and everything that they could possibly do to assist Dennis, since they are obviously one of the biggest beneficiaries, and the one that are under a DEEP consent order to abate the sewage problem, or they would be faced with closing their doors. So I hope they're very cooperative with Dennis. Second question I have is the propane bid for the automatic delivery. I noticed you got one from Superior, you got all the bids for that?
We got Superior, High Grade, and Mako.
Okay, and the other two are higher?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, High Grade's delivering to 2 or 3 of our facilities now, and we'll be switching to Superior.
Okay. The third question I have is relative to the funds that were taken from the tax collector's office. Do you have any update at all on that investigation?
It's still under investigation. I don't have any official update from the state police on it.
Well, if it's cash, you probably won't. And lastly, I'm going to do something of a lighter nature. I'm sure all of you are familiar with the woman who's behind the camera tonight, Diane Biliak. I know Rich would probably just as soon throw his chair at her and look at her, but that being aside,
Thanks, Mark.
well, I like to keep the things honest. That being aside, I will give her credit for the fact that she is very good at providing notice to people of Stafford on meetings, meeting dates, meeting agendas. She works very hard at getting these videos of the meetings onto a YouTube site, so that a lot of people that can't make the meetings are able to view it. And in light of that, I thought it would be befitting if the Board of Selectmen were to appoint her as the honorary town crier.
This is all him, I have to say. I have
As
nothing
you
to
may
do with
already
this.
know, and if you don't, I'll provide you the documentation. They do have such a position in many townships in New Hampshire, Pennsylvania. I told her earlier that it, you know, would be honorary position, she wouldn't be getting any town cars or any other benefits.
There's a lot of people who can qualify as a town crier.
Yeah, but we're talking about two different things, Dennis.
Okay.
You're talking more about whining.
No, I,
But that was my only last proposal.
Thank you.
We can look into it.
take it under advisement.
Is that
They
it?
actually even have a guild.
They do?
Yes, they do.
Have it released?
And I will even buy the bell.
We already have someone for that, I need shoes.
I understand she's a Democrat, but that doesn't make her all bad.
I agree.
Are you finished?
Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I am.
Old business.
Old
Well, maybe
business.
there was more public comment, no?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Do you have more?
I don't, but,
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to rush.
Okay, hearing none, move to
I know.
old business. Do you have yes. Need a motion to add the,
I will make a motion to add the Energy Advisory Committee, to the agenda.
I'll second that.
Right, the Bright Ideas Grant.
okay, I'll read the whole section here. Through the Energy Advisory Committee, the town staff will receive a $5,000 Bright Ideas grant to install an EV charging station. As we know, it has been installed at the town hall, and the money has come in from the grant, so that the board needs to approve sending the following transfer to the Board of Finance for approval. So we need a motion.
I make a motion to transfer $5,000 from the general fund cash balance check received to the energy projects account 2220-7230.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
New business, anybody have new business?
I don't have anything.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Absolutely. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
That was my second.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I tried. I'm not
I
done
think
yet, though.
Adrian's gonna look into it.
I'm gonna provide her more information on it. Well, you know, you can't always be mean and green, you sometimes gotta get a little on the light side.
I agree.
I'll even provide the townships that have it.
Okay, you do that and we'll look at it, I promise.
I mean, just stick her outside the community center before the meeting.
She'll just
yelling
ring a
out
bell
the-
and, yeah,
Yeah,
here you
there's an
agree.
outfit, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
I'll even get you the address of the guild.
Okay, thank you.
But Gene and I are gonna have some serious trouble here over the opposite side of the fence. and how they were-
Freezing.
That's what we're out here for, you
And you know what, I'm gonna tell you something,
Managerial
Gene, and
relationship.
You gotta run and knock me off the bar.
every, very
I
few
don't know,
people
I don't know what
enjoy
the
this
the
status.
thing is, but,
Okay.
you know, St.
wait,
Francis
Normally,
is,
our differences being